Caitlin Clark says, how do you say bang in Portuguese? It don't matter! Bang! For a preseason game, they flew up from Brazil, lost by 64, and got to make TikToks with Caitlin Clark after the game. Where do I sign up? Bang! Not sure why they played the game in Iowa, because Caitlin Clark, she was still shooting the shot from South America, baby! Bang!
Caitlin Clark was left absolutely speechless, and not because she drained a logo 3 or shattered another record. Nope. This was something even rarer. The entire Brazil national team, along with their coach, delivered jaw-dropping praise that stunned even the most unshakable player in the game.
The team were lining up to get autographs. She signed their jerseys. They were getting them to sign. They were getting her to sign their jerseys. She was signing the players' jerseys. This is like Dream Team. This is literally like Dream Team stuff. We haven't seen this since the damn Dream Team. She is literally signing the jerseys of teams she played against. She's signing their jerseys. They're that much in awe.
This wasn't your usual "she's great" soundbite. This was a mic drop moment from a basketball lifer that left Caitlin blinking like, did that just happen? Imagine getting called out in public with a statement so raw, honest, and unexpectedly flattering, it could double as a career highlight. That's the level we're talking about. And guess who played that exact same Brazil squad just days earlier and didn't get the same love? Angel Reese. And she's not exactly thrilled about it. Let us know in the comments where you're watching. From So We Know, the CC fandom is repping across America and the entire world. Let's go.
How are you? Good, how are you?
Are you an amazing player? Congratulations.
Thanks.
You changed the history in basketball.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming here.
Now let's pause and really take this in. Brazil, the land of samba, soccer legends, and sizzling steaks, just added Caitlin Clark worship to its national identity. Who could have predicted that? In a preseason exhibition match, not a playoff, not a championship, Caitlin pulled so much gravity, she practically tilted the basketball axis. Brazil's head coach, a man who's likely been coaching longer than most fans have been alive, watched her play and reacted like he'd just seen Michael Jordan in female form. This wasn't just admiration, it was reverence.
Team she played against last night. And I understand a lot of this team was young. But the team she played against last night, getting pictures with Caitlin Clark at the end of the game, having her literally sign their jerseys. And those jerseys, you better believe, the coach of the rival team being in shock. Like, this is the dream team. This is the dream team. This is the opponents getting pictures with the dream.
And it didn't stop there. The coach didn't just toss out a compliment and move on. He practically canonized her on the spot. This wasn't the usual recycled hype from some washed-up commentator still stuck in the 90s. This was raw, top-shelf admiration. He spoke about Caitlin like she was a mythical figure, like she strolled down from Mount Olympus, grabbed a basketball, and decided to bless the WNBA with her presence. And coming from someone whose country treats soccer like a sacred religion, that kind of praise, that's gold-plated.
Brazil, their coaching had no answer whatsoever for Caitlin Clark. And they threw so many different looks at her. Like, I've never seen a team throw so many different looks at her.
But wait, it gets even better. After the game, Caitlin didn't just walk off like a superstar and disappear into the tunnel. She stayed behind and signed Brazil's national team jersey at their request. Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark, the current sun around which basketball is orbiting, casually autographed their team's jersey like it was just another Tuesday. But that wasn't just a signature. That was a generational receipt. That was the Mona Lisa autographing, the Sistine Chapel. That's how iconic this moment was.
Thank you for the shoe. There you go. That's one, guys. Yeah,
So proud of that shot.
I know.
I'm crazy.
After you, can we do a TikTok here? Yeah.
And here's the best part. Caitlin didn't do it with arrogance. No smug smirk. No diva delay while adjusting sunglasses. She signed that jersey with class, with charm, with the kind of grace that makes you wonder if she's even real or just the prototype for the perfect athlete. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is busy blocking fans and tweeting that she doesn't have time for the little things. And Caitlin? She's out here forging international peace treaties with nothing but a Sharpie and a smile.
We know that we can be the best front court in this league, so just trying to do the best as we can. I think in this offseason, we got the shooters that we needed, and as you can see tonight, we have some great shooters out there, which just spaces out for both of us, so I think we're in a great.
Meanwhile, just a few hours earlier, Brazil's players were out on the court doing their best Caitlin. Impressions, launching deep threes in warm-ups like they were auditioning for a parody reel. Fast forward to after the game, and those same players were lined up like fangirls at a concert, phones out, eyes wide, practically tripping over each other for selfies and autographs. Caitlin wasn't just a player to them, she was Beyoncé. With a basketball.clip 7, Caitlin stepped onto the court and did exactly what everyone was hoping for. Drained a deep three with the kind of effortless swagger that made the crowd gasp. She didn't play it up for the cameras. She just casually shattered expectations, like she always does. Meanwhile, the Brazilian squad, still reeling from the whiplash of witnessing greatness, realized they weren't just on the court with her. They were now in the moment. Not in the good way, in the forever part of a highlight reel way. The kind that lives in every sports montage for the next 10 years.
Proper footage of the Brazilian national team dancing on Caitlin Clark logo at Carver Arena. Man, a lot of people had mixed reviews about it. Well, it looked like that wasn't the only clip because the entire team got in on the action, bruh. Got in on the jumping on Caitlin Clark logo, stomping on it.
That's the difference. Caitlin doesn't just play games, she owns them. While her peers are busy stirring up Twitter drama or chasing brand deals that disappear faster than a Reese jump shot, Caitlin is out here rewriting the way the WNBA operates. Brazil didn't just respect her, they were in awe. And honestly, who could blame them?
They were knocking her on her ass a couple of times. They were being physical, they were denying her. They didn't try to stop during the game, they just did not have it. They're so excited. They're taking pictures with her after the game. They're taking pictures with her, like.
You know who didn't get that kind of welcome from Brazil? Angel Reese. No selfie swarms, no glowing coach quotes, no jerseys treated like priceless heirlooms. Just vibes and a couple of missed layups. It's almost like respect has to be earned, not claimed on Twitter. Because let's be real. When's the last time a foreign coach gushed about her game? When has a national team lined up for her autograph like kids at Disneyland? Brazil showed Caitlin Clark more respect in one night than Reese has squeezed out of years of self-promotion, and that's the problem. Reese keeps demanding to be the moment, while Caitlin just keeps creating.
Part of me just trying to get through real quick. Sorry about that. Bang! Excuse me, ma'am. Hold on. I think you dropped something. Oh, it's a dime. Floater. Look at that. Big it, bang. Boom, 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 bang. And her misses are majestic and set up her teammates for success. Look at this soft bounce off the rim, put back by her teammate. Bang! Just stand in the corner, clap your heels together 3 times and cut to the basket. Caitlin Clark will find you every single time.
And while Reese's camp is probably furiously refreshing their mentions, Caitlin's just taking bows after casually reminding the world why she's the face of the league. She didn't ask for the spotlight, she took it. And now, the whole world, from Iowa to Sao Paulo, knows the truth. Caitlin Clark isn't just great, she's global. Brazil didn't just see a player, they saw a movement. And like the rest of us, they want in because when Caitlin Clark steps on the court, she doesn't just change the game, she changes the atmosphere.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. "It's because of me too, and I want you to..."
And if Angel Reese wants to know what that feels like, well, she'll have to do a lot more than practice posing for the cameras. There's a reason the Brazilian team didn't pose for pictures with Angel Reese. There's a reason they weren't reposting highlights of her jump shots. Because when Caitlin Clark's in the gym, the energy shifts, the air changes. People know they're watching something special, something rare. Reese might talk like she's the future of women's basketball, but Caitlin is out here getting standing ovations in multiple languages.
Oh boy, did that feel good. Did that feel good from Caitlin Clark opening up the game? Pull-up three, bang! To the logo three to close the third quarter, walking off to a standing ovation. Caitlin Clark pulling up from 36 feet out. From start to finish, there was never a doubt in our mind. There was never a time where we even thought to ourselves, is this game going to be close? Indiana comes out, 8-0 run, close out the first quarter, close out the second quarter, close out the third quarter, sit our starters in the fourth quarter, and by the time it's all said and done, the Indiana Fever score more than double
Our first look at Caitlin Clark in her second WNBA season, and she did not disappoint. She was raining threes. Her handle looked tighter than ever. Her vision was on point, and she brought this energy, and she brought the crowd, and everything was just electric because she was on.
But all in all, Caitlin Clark with a plus 42. She played 18 minutes. She played 18 minutes and was plus 42. Plus 42. 42 in 18 minutes. And there was a stage where it was her with all the rookies and she was still just carrying them. She got 2 assists to, I think, to a Vaughn Ejim. 1 foul, 3 turnovers to 5 assists.
And honestly, I didn't plan to shoot that level 3. I know coming into the game, everybody wanted me to shoot one from there. But Steph was like, was supposed to come out at the end of the third, so she's like, give a foul, give a foul, give a foul. And then it was 30 seconds on the clock, which like, between 30 to 33, that's like your 2-for-1 range where you have to get one up. So I saw 30 as we're inbounding the ball, which probably is inbounding the ball at 30, probably a little low. But I was like, why not? Might as well launch one, and it went in, and then Steph used the timeout to get me out. But yeah, that was pretty.
Nope, we don't have moose tracks, no cookie dough either. Don't even ask about cookies and cream. I'll tell you what we do have though. This is the locals' favorite. They always want 2 scoops, not 1 scoop. Butter pecan. Oh yeah, she's like that. You too, loading. Let's go.
We want to compete, we want to be our best, we want to compete at a high level. We've got edgy players, we've got competitive players, and I guarantee you it doesn't matter if we're playing cards or if we're playing basketball. They want to win. And they want to do what it takes to win and position themselves to win. So I love that about this group. It means that we don't waste time in practice. They don't waste reps. They don't waste moments we have to get better. And it really is a joy to coach. Yeah, I thought it was electric. You know, it's what you've seen, whether it's from the outside on television or being here broadcasting. But to actually feel the energy, I mean, it is a thing when you talk about having a 6-man, so to speak. Crowd energy. It gives you a lift. It gives you a boost. It's why we all do what we do, like to feed into these kinds of environments, and so it was a lot of fun.
I'm glad I can be a role model for them, and you know, they have a great impact on me too, and you know, that's why you do it. You know, even at the end of the day, say I scored 0 points, I'm sure they still would have been there screaming my name and wanting an autograph, and I think that just really kind of puts into perspective the impact, and you know, there's a lot more bigger things